I've already shown you which fragrances and perfumes I brought on my trip to Los Angeles, but now I'm going to show you, because I know a lot of you guys and subscribers out there love watches like I do. So I'm going to show you which watches I bought, because again, you can only bring so many, and it's, you know, just a cool little related fragrance video. So coming up next, which watches did I bring on my trip to Los Angeles? Welcome back, everybody, to Joel the Nose, and again, here I am from LA, specifically in West Hollywood, right off the Sunset Strip, just channeling the energy of the 80s rock and roll, Van Halen, Motley Crue, all the bands that came through, the hair metal, the rock, just anyways, the era that I grew up loving musically. So, having said that, today I'm doing a video that's a little bit different. It's technically not fragrance related, although I've done some videos in the last few months about watches because it's another kind of passion of mine. Obviously don't have nearly as many watches as I do fragrances, but it's still something that you know, I like to talk about, and it's to me a big part of, you know, my fashion choices like fragrances. So without further ado, let's get right into this. As you can see, what I'm wearing actually right here, I'll take it off. This is my sports watch that I brought, and this is actually, you know, from Nixon. A lot of you may know this brand. It's specifically, this is a surfing watch, so it actually tells the tides from anywhere in the world. So you know, the low tide, high tide, that's important for when you're looking for good waves. So in Miami and South Florida, we don't always get great waves. They come sporadically, so you got to be ready. And this watch for me is the go-to. I wear it to the gym. I wear it when I'm exercising. It's a great versatile watch. So that's Nixon, and that's my sports watch. Now the rest of the watches I brought pretty much are all watches that I'm going to be wearing at different points, you know, for different outfits, and I wanted to again choose ones that are a little bit more casual and ones that are a little bit more dressy. Let's go first with kind of one of my overall sporty watches, and this is from Yema. A lot of you guys have seen me wearing these watches. This is from Yema, all right? And love this watch. Had this for a couple of years now. You know, it's a chronograph style, and it's just, I love the blue strap. You can see Yema is a French company, but this is based on the Italian moto racing design from the 70s, 60s, 70s, kind of sport racing watch. I just, for whatever reason, love that kind of those racing style watches, chronographs. And this is just, again, a great overall watch to wear anything. I can put this with shorts and a t-shirt. I can wear it with a suit. It's that versatile. All right, next watch, what did I bring? Let's go actually to one of my newer watches, and this is a Tissot PRX. Right? Look at this beauty. Okay, this, by the way, you know, this is a battery watch. It's not automatic, so some of my watches I brought are battery, some are automatic. I don't really have a preference. You know, I know a lot of people get snobbish about this, one or the other. Most people who are really into watches prefer automatic watches. I gotta be honest with you, I prefer the simplicity and the ease of not having to constantly wind and reset the date. So I have a combination of both because I don't want to always be doing, you know, fiddling with all that. So that was, again, a battery powered watch. So was the Nixon, obviously. And this one also is. This PRX is a new watch from Tiso. It came out about, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago. And they just released an automatic version of this, which is beautiful. And they have them in different colors and different styles. But this is a throwback to the late 70s. Tissot had come out. They're a Swiss watchmaking company. Very affordable Swiss watchmaking company. So for the price, you know, you're just going to get an unbelievable watch that comes with Swiss heritage and watchmaking precision, but yet at, again, a great price. And this is just an ode to the 70s. It reminds me of growing up, you know, in the 70s, watching TV, watching those classic TV shows, watching my dad and the watches he had. So let me just show you how it looks, because I'll put it on real quick. It's easier to put on. So you can see there, that's, you know, the watch. Anyways, I just love this style, and I found that I wear this one a lot, so I wanted to bring this with me on my trip. All right, next, another relatively new watch. Got this a little bit before the Tissot, and this is from what's called a micro brand, and this is Laurier. Laurier is a American. This is the equivalent of a niche brand, right? Micro brand watches are like niche brand to the watch world, and they're kind of startup companies that are built. They sell through the internet, much like niche, or through their own distribution channels, not in stores. And this is from a New York-based company, again called Laurier, and it's just a classic diver watch. I get more people comment on this one probably than any other of my watches as far as my new watches go. Just classic clean styling, and I would say a lot of people think it's a much more expensive watch. It gets mistaken for example, Rolex, things like that, and beautifully made. What I like about this one, by the way, this is an automatic watch. So, you basically, it's actually, you wind it. So you wind it 30, 40 times, and that will go for about 2 or 3 days, typically about 2 days without needing to be wound again. And as you're wearing it, I'll put it on so you guys can see it. As you're wearing it, your movement of your wrist keeps the watch going. So that's how that watch looks on the wrist. It's a great watch, by the way. This one is 39 millimeters. It's a little bit smaller. Again, it's a little bit more ode to the classic style, which would be from the more of the 60s and 70s when watches were smaller. I have found personally that I am now more into the smaller, more traditional classic looking dials rather than the big bulky 42, 45 ones. Everyone their own. I used to be more into those, and some of my watches that I have in my collection are bigger like that. But you've seen everyone I've brought here today is smaller. This, by the way, is the biggest one at 41 millimeters, and that's still pretty small. This one is also actually 41 or 42 millimeters. And again, this one is 39, and I just love 39. On my wrist, it's perfect. If you have smaller wrists, obviously the smaller dials look a little bit better. I have a smaller wrist, so it fits me well. But again, another factor that I love about this automatic, even though it's automatic, there's no date, right? So you don't have to, every time, if I don't wear the watch, say for a week, because I'm wearing other watches, and then it stops and you have to rewind it and reset it, right? That's one of the problems about automatic watches. You have to be constantly resetting the watch when you're not wearing it for a while. Biggest problem is the date, because you have to sit there for like sometimes 5-10 minutes getting the date correct. This one doesn't have a date, and I actually like that because I don't have to worry about that. So this one, when I haven't worn it for a while, takes me 2 seconds to reset the time, wind it 30 times, boom, good to go. Very versatile, excellent watch. All right, next I'm going to go into one of my more casual watches I've had for years and one of my favorite brands. This is called Mistura. Mistura, M-I-S-T-U-R-A. Mistura. These guys originally, they're from Colombia, and these are all sustainable watches, like from the Amazon rainforest. Like they use wood and leathers that are sustainable. So this is a very eco-friendly watch. They have, I don't know, hundreds of designs for women and men, different styles, circular, square. I love this one. I love artsy, unique style watches. For a long time, that's all I collected, were more unique styles. I probably have 4 of their watches. That's how it looks on the wrist. And you can go to their website if you want to check them out. I mean, great prices. Most of their watches are under $200, and they're all unique handmade stuff. I think they're based in Texas now. They used to be based in Miami. I got my first watch like 12 years ago from them, and I've been wearing them ever since. And it's just a great watch. Again, this is a battery-powered watch. It's not automatic, so you just set it and go. And lastly, I'm going to show you probably the nicest watch I have here. This is a Tag Heuer, or Tag Heuer. People pronounce this different. Some people say Tag Heuer. I think the correct pronunciation is Tag Heuer. And this is the Monza. The Monza, this is a watch that is classic again, 70s Italian moto style. It's based on the Ponza watch. I'm sorry, the Monza. Ponza is an island off of the coast of Italy. Monza was a famous race in Italy, and this watch is, again, you can see the chronograph style, so it was actually given to the racers to be able to use in that race. This was a very functional racing watch. I mentioned earlier because I have another kind of Italian, right, based Italian racing style watch from Yema. Yema, by the way, is Y-E-M-A. And then I have this tag watch, which is, again, my nicest watch, or one of my nicer watches, I guess. Definitely the nicest one I brought with me. And this one, again, so versatile. It clips right on, and boom. I mean, look how sharp that watch is. I'm wearing it with a tank top, and guess what? It still works. I wear this, obviously, with a suit. I wear it to court. It's just so dang versatile. And again, notice smaller dial. Excuse me, let me go turn this off. Sorry about that. And so I use this, again, that dial is perfect for my wrist. It's a 39 millimeter, which is my wheelhouse. I love, right now, 39, right? Taste change, just like in fragrance, our taste change. Right now, that's really, for me, I think going forward, it'd be my wheelhouse is 39 millimeters. So there you have it. Excuse me. Got some allergies out here in LA kicking up. Those are the watches I brought. Gives me a lot of versatility and a lot of options out here for the different things I'm going to be doing, which I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff. And again, I'll be telling you more about that later, some of my activities out here in LA. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And I'll be back soon with another video. Peace and love.